Welcome back to episode 5 of Off the Shelf Podcast. I'm your host here with the boys, Jordan. I got Clint and Cody here with me. Tonight it's a bit of a nutcase. I mean, I just got home, so we're kind of running at the seat of our pants right here. So we're just winging it tonight. Let's just say that. We should call this episode "Winging It."
All right. That's cool.
So we'll let Clint kick it off. Clint's got more research than probably Cody and myself both have. So we'll let Clint go, and we'll see where the night ends.
All right. So I got quite a bit for some horror news this week. We're going to start, though, with a new company out there. Some people might have heard of it. We've talked about it a little. Thrilljoy. They just dropped a bunch of new figures coming out. Dropped today. So we'll start with the Frankenstein and the Bride. These are going for $20 a piece. You have your chance at the Super Chase or the Chase.
No, you have Super Chase and Chase. Yeah, okay. So
Super
they just
Chase,
got a
though.
black and white Frankenstein as the Super Chase. Okay.
Yep. And then the Bride. So I really like those. I'll definitely be looking into those. They also dropped these today. I do like the Michael Myers and the Lost
Yep.
Boys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Snape over there looking pretty.
Snape does look pretty sick,
Yeah.
dude. I've seen
Yeah.
I
like
like that.
so. I believe the next photo has the Chases and the Super Chases. No,
These
not
are
this.
also
Yep.
dropped today.
Dude, Ed, Edd and Eddie.
Ed,
Bro.
Edd and Eddie, Shakespeare, and Monster High. And then if you go to the next page, we got Batman, Riddler, Mr. Freeze, Candyman.
Dude, that Snape though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially if you're a Harry Potter fan out there.
for sure.
Severus, baby. Severus. The OG.
And then, yeah, so that wraps it up for the Thrilljoys. But also, Cody and Jordan ordered some Thrilljoys. The Batman.
The limited, what was it? 3,000?
Yes.
I think so.
Oh, let me look. Yeah, 3,000 piece.
Yes.
So Cody cheated and didn't wait to the unveil here on the podcast. I definitely left mine untouched in the box, unripped. So we're gonna do it for the old fans up here or out here.
Let's see what we get.
What's the chances? We went from, well, now we're back to 1 to 6.
At least
1 and 6.
At least the white one's got to come out of that box, bro.
I'm telling you,
If
bro.
you couldn't
the white
pull
one
one,
at least.
at least somebody I know has got to pull one. The rainbow one I don't care too much for, but the white one is the sick one.
All right, what are we thinking?
The white one. He built a Chase, didn't he?
Hey, I mean, hey, shit, it's not bad, man. Like I said, I think the original Batman is the best looking one. They should have made him the Chase, but
I would agree. I think this one is definitely better than. See, I'm not a big fan of the rainbow Batman.
yeah, I wasn't either.
The white one was pretty cool, but I think yeah.
They should have made
get
him
where
the Dark Knight for
Yes.
the Super Ultra. The
They
Dark
should have
Knight
went-
outfit.
They should have went. What they should have done on this one, being this limited edition run at 3,000 pieces, because they just obviously released the 66, which is the Adam West era. What they should have done with this one, I think, they should have done a Batman Returns, a Dark Knight, and then the Batman.
Yeah.
And I think the Batman should have been the main hero up front. And then you would have either your Dark Knight as your Chase. And then maybe if you're a Batman fan, it goes all the way back, right? So I think even the Batman Returns one would have been sweet as the Ultra Chase.
Is that the one with
Yeah.
the red The red logo.
No.
What's the one? I
Is
want to
that
know what the
Batman
red logo.
Forever?
I want to know what the one is with the red logo on the chest, because I think that one would have been the best one.
Yeah, I think that's Batman Forever or Beyond,
It
maybe.
might be Beyond, but I thought that was like a Robin.
It might have been Robin.
Yeah, because Robin had a black and red
It's like a
version
Nightwing or something like that.
Well, yeah, because Nightwing's got the blue logo,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I think they could have done a little bit better on this limited 3,000 piece run with selection, I think, and that's just my take. Just because I mean they've released, a new Batman, but because ideally, I think this is still, if I'm not mistaken, the 66 version of Batman, I thought.
I think it is, what, 1966 version?
I think so. I mean, even like looking at it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like the original one that they're releasing, today, or that they
Right.
released today. It just has a different variant to it.
Or it looks like the other one looks like a lighter blue.
It reminds me of the one from Scooby Doo when Batman
Like
gets his
its nose ain't blue. It just has the outline, and it has eyebrows, whereas this one doesn't, and the nose is all solid blue.
Yeah.
But it does hold like a batarang in this version, and the cape's out. But you know what I mean? Like, I think they could have done something a little bit different, especially for this limited of a run of 3,000 pieces. But hey, cool. We got our first Thrilljoy. We got Batman.
Absolutely.
A good one.
Can't complain, right? Dark Knight always wins, right?
Right.
All right, what else we got, Clint?
So next,
does your homework.
Yeah, I know we talked a lot about Pennywise in the past episodes, but since the last time we talked about him, Water Tower Music just dropped a vinyl record. Not sure what tracks are on it. I'm assuming the tracks that were in the series, Welcome to Derry. And it does, when the vinyl spins, the blood spins as well.
God, I really need to finish that damn series.
Really sweet, dude.
I only got to episode 1.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the cover art. Even the back is really cool. And just to even have that record with the blood spinning is really sweet to have in your collection.
All right, so let me ask this, Clint. You got vinyl at home?
I do, not very much. I got
Okay.
Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style record.
Of course you do.
My wife's got a lot of Jelly Roll. Whitney Houston. Not a ton of records.
Okay, but you have a record player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, I wish I got into vinyl, but vinyl's just another thing that just takes up space, brother.
True. And they can get pricey, bro. Especially for the originals, just like comics, anything, it gets nuts.
Yeah, who actually buys these vinyls to listen to them though?
You know what? I will say this much about vinyl though. Like, I am very impressed that something that old has made a comeback.
For sure, and I'm surprised it has. I really am.
Think about it. Like, my time in elementary school, which obviously, Cody, you got 6 years behind me, I think. Yeah. But, like, we were CD moving into the MP3 world, and then iPhone came in, and then or iPod came in, and iPhone, and then just took off from there. Now CDs were just fucking gone. Actually, to be honest, it started for me with tape cassettes.
Yep.
On the radio, I had to throw a tape cassette in. Back then I had a radio with tape cassette.
Bro.
I had a tape cassette on my radio and a CD player. Like, that was top notch fucking, quality fucking radio at that
you were
point,
the shit
right?
Back then, bro.
Yeah, like 100%. Now it's like vinyl didn't exist. It was just mainly CD tape because they've made improvements to be more mobile. Well, then we hit the iPod era and iPhone era. Then everything went away. And now here we are right back at it with vinyl.
Yep. It's crazy.
It did a full circle.
I know.
I started off with iPods, like the little cube one.
Yep.
Yeah, the iPod shuffle.
But I did have a flip phone. Not that that's. I had one of those
I
little
had one
flip
of
phones.
those.
I had a few of them too.
I broke most of them.
Oh
Not
yeah.
gonna lie, but that's just me. All right, what else you got there, Big Valves?
So kicking it up to the top, it's going to be kind of two. They all look the same, but kicking it up to the top, they with Valentine's Day tomorrow,
Woo!
they came out with a handmade by robots Chucky and Tiffany, as well as a Texas chainsaw we'll get to next.
All right.
And I personally seen the Chucky at Walmart and Target. So if you haven't got your old lady something,
And she's into horror or likes
Wow.
Chucky.
definitely cool. Like I said, not my style, but I do like the idea of it.
So
It's
Chucky,
definitely different.
Put a little. That's solid, bro. 10 out of 10. I like that actually.
Tiffany's
And
got
then
some
they
cleavage
made-
action going on.
Yeah. She gonna be sleeping
Yep.
next to me.
That's right.
Hole in the bottom of this plushie. Yo, sorry, my bad. Too far.
And then they also came out with the Texas Chainsaw version for Valentine's Day.
It's a good thing we're an explicit rated
Right.
podcast from time to time. Where is that one?
Very
Violation.
bottom.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. There we go. Perfect. Got it.
That one I like.
That one's
That's
sweet.
Really
That's
cool.
solid.
Dude, it almost looks like tires as like the feet and the chainsaw.
What is that made of, bro?
I think it's like hard plastic.
Yeah, what's the? I want to know what the feet, the hair, and the chainsaw itself is. Is that stitching too, or is that like a rubbery leather or some shit?
It looks rubbery.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
These are vinyl? No, is it vinyl or it is
yeah,
a vinyl figure.
Collectible vinyl
But
figure.
it looks knitted.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
Okay, that makes a little more sense. Cuz like the last ones they looked actually like knitted.
Yeah.
Whereas these ones, or this one looks like how did you do it? You know what I mean?
It's really cool.
Different, but for Valentine's Day, if your old lady's into some horror, or we got some lady listeners out there, if your man is into some horror films, who knows?
Absolutely.
There's something for the old wish list, maybe.
And then before we get into some Funko news, for the new Scream movie coming out, I don't know if anybody's seen this. They are dropping at AMC a Scream popcorn bucket. And I know Cody told me at work they're dropping a Scream cup as well.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen the cup yet, but
Cup's
this is
it.
the official popcorn bucket at AMC.
I have seen a couple different versions of this one too, I thought. I thought I
Yes,
seen something with the door, and then I also seen Ghostface head,
Yep.
and then the backside opens up as the bucket.
Yes, and I don't know if we have Regal movie theaters in Michigan. I do know Regal came out with a Scream promotion.
I don't know if we do. I wonder if it's like a kind of like our Goodrich, but maybe it has
Right.
different theaters under it.
Something like that. But I know
don't
Cody
know.
said he's going to try to scoop that popcorn
Yes,
bucket
I
because
am.
that drops on his birthday.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. What?
I'm gonna go see
20
that.
or another 14 days? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy. First in line. Dude, you got to go see this like midday.
For real.
I'm telling you. Am I wrong? Like, fuck
No.
that. Don't go to work.
Right, just call in.
Just call it. Get your damn popcorn bucket. Send us a picture. We'll be
Yeah, I'm
ecstatic.
going there as
And
early as I can.
Hell yeah.
Go definitely first showing. Definitely don't miss
Yeah.
out on your bucket.
Yeah, I'm getting that bucket and the cup if I can.
That'll be interesting.
And then we'll go on to Funko news. I'll kick it off with the horror side of it. Living Dead Funko pre-orders are out. Return of the Living Dead. The zombies on the front cover. They look pretty sweet. I'm
They
gonna
do
check
look
if
sweet.
hopefully I can get one of these if they hit the store.
Ooh.
Those are nuts. I
Yeah.
like zombie suicide with the headstone.
Yup. That's really sweet.
Missing eyeball. That is
Sick.
sweet. You know what would have made these even better?
What's that?
If they went with a blacklight feature on it.
Yep.
That'd be cool too.
100%.
Yeah.
That would have been sick. Like if the green or glow in the dark feature.
Yep.
Glow in the dark. Yeah, dude.
All the green. Could you imagine like this guy, like Zombie Trash, his tips glow in the dark, his whole face and body glow in the dark, like
Yeah.
That'd
and
be
then
sweet.
yeah, that'd been sick. God, Funko, listen to us, man. We got some creative ideas over here.
Right.
Give us your drop ideas, and then we'll make them fucking ecstatic out here.
Yeah.
Let the people tell you what they want.
And then next, we got a Laura Croft 30th anniversary Funko. Almost like a pixelated version. Looks really cool.
It is a bit pixelated, but it doesn't look too pixelated. Like I've seen like the 8-bits.
Right.
Okay, so it's polygonal. So it's more like figure shaped like cuts.
Yeah, kind of like blocky, like the old PlayStation.
Yeah. Because you can kind of see where it's like got an edge, but it's not like bits to where like the 8-bits that they have are, very like Minecrafty.
Right, and I do like the 30th anniversary sticker on it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I wonder
agree
how
with
many
that.
of those they're making.
I'm not sure if it's just like a mass production. I haven't seen too much into it. I do know they dropped all for pre-order this week.
Right.
And then South Park.
Ooh, South Park. You're going to get some, aren't you?
I do like a couple of them, I'm not going to lie. They just dropped, I believe, if they're not out already, they're on I know the Cupid Cartman is on pre-order, I think. Or
No,
it's
not
only
yet.
on Funko's website.
No. So I've been chasing this one for a hot minute, the Cupid Cartman, and
Yep.
this one has still not been released on Funko yet. All of the other 5 have been.
See, I
But
really like Butter and Wendy. That's really cool.
no, dude, you got to get Timmy. Timmy.
I like that Cartman
Yeah.
that's floating, bro.
The
Is that motherfucker
Exterminator
Cupid?
Cartman.
Is he farting? Floating?
No, he's a Cupid, bro. Cupid Cartman.
It
He's
looks
like on a
the-
little base.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
he's
like
on
the
a base.
is coming out of his ass.
Yeah.
It is in a sense.
Right, pretty That is a cool one, though. And I'm sure it'll go for money, big money, once whoever gets it when it does release.
Yeah, it is a Funko web exclusive. That I do know, but it has not dropped yet. But like I said, I do know the other 5 are out to order currently. Wait a minute. Does Butters have a gold chain on?
Yeah, that's when he's
Butters.
a pimp selling kisses.
Oh, man. Damn, I didn't even see that.
Man, if I would have saw that one for Valentine's Day, man.
Oh, Pimp Daddy Clint.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Uh,
And then next, going down the list, Star Wars just dropped some pre-orders. I believe it's Darth Maul or the Shadow Lord.
Ooh.
there's a few good ones in
I
this
like that
one.
top right one.
Yeah,
That
same.
one's sick.
I think it's a mix. I think it's Darth Maul, somebody else, and
And that's
I
Boba
want.
Fett, right?
I think it is Boba Fett. I do remember seeing this news drop. Um, but I can't remember if it said it was Boba Fett or a different, Mandalorian type. But I'm pretty sure it's Boba Fett.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's just I've never seen him in that kind of like armor before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wicked armor.
Yeah, I prefer that more than the original.
Right. And that's where I do think it is Boba Fett because you do see some of that green in there, but
Yeah,
very, very lightly tinted green. And then you have more of the shadow camo
right.
effect.
Definitely cool if you're into Star Wars. Like I said, I don't follow it like that, but
I mean, that's more, and I don't even know where that like whole shadow thing came from,
right. I'm
I
not
don't,
sure if it's from a
it's
comic book.
definitely not from the movie. So I'm curious to know if it came potentially from a comic era
Yeah,
because Darth Maul wasn't what really like in very long. You know what I mean?
no,
Like Phantom of the Menace was like the only movie you ever seen him in, and
yeah,
then that was it. Boom, done, gone, adios. Next one,
yep,
and then so on and so forth. Whereas A New Hope, so 4, 5, and 6, they all were Vader.
right.
So
And then we got two more things for Funko for all the sports lovers out there. They just dropped some pre-orders on Detroit Tigers and the Cubs Funko Pops, the
yes,
mascot.
so if you a Tigers fan, get your hands on Paws. And if you're a Cubbies fan in the area, which is just, a couple states next to us, get you a Clark Funko, which I think they're doing more of this. So
I know I've seen a
obviously,
Dallas Cowboys one.
I've seen a lot of baseball being released too recently. And I'm wondering if they're slowly going to start picking up onto the mascot versions.
And that'd be cool if you could pick up like all the mascots for the team. That'd be pretty sweet to display in your house.
That's a lot of fucking Funkos, bro.
A lot of
Yep.
teams.
Because I can't remember. Baseball, I think, has. Fuck. I want to say 32 teams. Just like NFL, if I'm not mistaken.
So that's already 64 Funkos right there, bro.
I mean, where do you get 64?
Yeah, I'm a little confused by that, bro.
32 and 32, right?
No,
Like
there's
if they
32
made.
total teams, bro.
Never mind then.
Like if you
Long
had
day.
both. If you had.
If you.
if you had both NFL and
Yeah, yeah,
MLB.
yeah. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm not that far gone.
No, you're not that far gone. You just weren't very clear on
Right.
the statement made there.
And then last bit, Jordan might know a little bit more than me on this. So for the Terrifier Funko, I'm heard you don't need any points to get this. Granted, it might already be sold out. I don't.
No, it's not. The drop is in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So you don't
So
need any points for this.
so next week is the X-Men one with the comic back at
Yes.
Grail 750 pieces limited edition, and then art is the 27th. So again on Cody's birthday, another horror thing comes out. Um and this one, so currently they don't have any details of point system needed, rewards points needed. But I have seen this happen previously with the legendaries on the 1200 piece limited edition runs. But they're saying that these aren't going to be a points base. You're going to be able to buy them. But current listing price that they have them on for is $50 a pop.
Damn.
And you're only going to be able to get one per household, which is pretty standard on anything 3,500 pieces or lower.
Okay.
So if you're looking for one, be on the drops on Fridays at, what is it, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But if you're over here on the East Coast, it's noon Eastern Standard Time.
And then I did find one more Funko news, my bad.
Brother, what now?
For some Disney lovers, they are dropping a pre-order on Fox and the Hound.
Oh.
Ooh, childhood
It's a
movie.
pretty cool set.
Yeah, this one's a little different. I do like it because it's, Todd and Copper.
Yep, I like that.
So that is on pre-order at Funko's website right now.
I'm wondering how big this is. I ain't never
Yeah,
heard
I'm
of a
not
pop
sure.
moment.
It definitely looks way bigger than I think.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I've heard of what is it? Pop. Fuck, what are they?
Pop moments?
No, well, there's a moment, but then there's a, I can't even, pop action, I think is what it is, or something like that.
And it's like the movie scene, right?
Yeah. So, like, the Stranger Things one I had for Steve in the van,
Yeah.
right? That was a pop rides, and that one was bigger. But they also have like Pop Luxury, which is normally a little bit bigger of a pop. I never heard
Yeah.
of pop moments, so I'm curious. I wonder how the pop doesn't look that big. The packaging looks huge though. You know what I mean? Like that just looks like a
Yeah.
really big box for that little, piece
Right.
that's sitting inside. But I could be wrong. I don't know
Yeah.
how big that pop really is, but we'll see.
But I'm definitely sure that'll go for some money. There are a lot of
Yeah.
Disney people go crazy for that.
I mean, that's just like the Robin and Winnie the Pooh one that dropped last week.
Yes.
If
That's
you
going for
got,
like 150.
yeah, if you got your hands
Damn.
on that, I mean, there was tops of $180 on the third party markets. Like it was an insane amount, but I mean, that one was limited to I think 750 pieces as well, though.
Damn.
Yeah.
Or 1,200. One of the two. I think it might have actually been 1,200 pieces.
Okay.
But that one was rewards points based.
And do these
That
go?
one I do know.
Do these go within like 5 minutes? Are those?
I guess it kind of depends. So the Hercules, the Hades one that I was chasing a long time ago, that was gone within 5 minutes. Like completely sold out.
Okay.
Leonardo, I don't even know because as soon as I seen that it was rewards points based and I didn't have enough rewards points for the Leonardo Deco, I just didn't even attempt to. I knew I couldn't get it, so I just like, yep, nope, I'm not even gonna look. I think that one sold out pretty quick too, though.
Yeah.
Just because it was, Ninja Turtles, like kind of a hard one to get your hands on. And it was pretty sweet for what it was. But Disney, on the other hand, Disney's resale value, like if you're into like that personnel, or if you're a Disney collector, like yeah, you're dropping some coin, 100%. Like I mean, I know a lot of their pins and stuff are special edition, limited edition, and dude, a pin. And when I mean pin, push pin type deal, could be going for anywhere from, depending on the pin, up to like $150
Damn.
Damn.
for a pin. So, yeah, like I know Cinderella's Castle, the big one that they just had, was it last month? I think it was last month or in December. One of the two was, I think, had a high of $180 or somewhere close to it.
Damn.
So Disney's a huge market. Like, if you're gonna get into something and not lose your value on it, Disney's the way to go.
Oh, for sure.
God, I'm dying over here, boys.
And then my last bit of news before we get into the card show that we went to. The Sideshow came out with a Ghost Rider bust that is on pre-order. It's a little pricey. I want to say it's like 500.
Ooh.
I pulled up, or I got 3 images of it. It lights up.
It is sick,
Damn,
dude, though.
bro.
It is very sick.
I'd buy that bitch and put it right here, bro.
Definitely
leave it
sweet.
right there,
And
bro.
like I said, Sideshow's got a lot more different busts like this. Not just Ghost Rider, all different horror, superheroes, everything.
That is sick.
I'm gonna work on a better.
I'll be posting more about Sideshow's upcoming catalog.
Damn. Hold on. Let me swap over to this tab. Look at this.
There we go.
Ooh, that's a big
That is a
statue, bro.
behemoth, bro.
That's sweet.
So they got 2 different versions. I got a classic variant, and then can't see what that one says.
I'd want the classic.
Premium format.
It's so sick, bro.
That is sweet.
Yeah. So check out Sideshow's website.
I'll have to take a look. So, do you actually have a cost, or is that just a rough estimate of what you know?
Rough estimate.
I didn't even see. Oh, no.
No price, or I'm way off.
So the collector edition is currently a waitlisted item.
Okay.
The variant of the classic one, like the classic variant with White Skull, you want to take a guess?
Stop. 1,000.
15.
15 what? 1,500? $1,250.
Ooh, I was close.
Heavy hitter right there.
Dude, that is insane.
Yeah, that's a big check, bro. That's my check.
Dude, you got to have some coin to have some of these bad boys.
Yeah. But they make some cool ass statues, busts.
Oh, damn, dude. No. Bro, all right. I'm going off topic here and completely off script. I literally just had to go and click shop, right? Check this motherfucker out.
Damn.
A venomized Iron Man, bro.
Bro, that thing is fucking sick.
That's cool.
That is wicked.
Yo, let me get a Deadpool Venom variant, though.
That is sweet.
That's sweet.
301?
It's not. I mean, so the special edition exclusive is 430, and then the collector edition one is 301. So yeah,
That's not bad. I mean, still pricey as hell, but it's not bad.
but that was I. Sorry, boys. Like I said, this show's going off
cool.
the script here. Completely off script. Got me into looking at Sideshow shit here.
Right.
You said Deadpool?
And then next on the list, Us three went to the card show last weekend. I'm hoping you got Cody's videos a little bit better than mine.
Did
But
you want me to
I
share that?
yeah, we
Is
made a
it in the
couple
drive,
videos.
boys? Is it in the drive?
I uploaded mine. Cody texted his in the group chat.
All right, I will go ahead and drop it into the video, and it'll be a little highlight reel of how the card show went. Too bad we don't have no hits. Although your boy does have some stuff from that card show I can share. Let's do
Heck
that.
yeah.
So out of the card show, we only went for some Detroit sports, I guess I would say. I actually was the only one, I think, out of the group that went for sports cards. Cody went for Pokemon because we can't find any in the damn stores. Thank you to you fucking scalpers.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
I'm looking at you, fucking scalpers. If y'all listen to this shit, I don't care. You're a fucking scalper. Stop stealing from the kids. Let the kids fucking have fun. God damn it. That's my rant for the night. All right.
Agreed.
Anyways. So, me being a Detroit fan, we picked up a Isaac Tesla red and white variant rookie card. I don't know if you guys can even fucking see that.
That's a little better.
Damn.
Not numbered, but rookie card.
Sick.
We picked up a Jahmyr Gibbs prismatic green cracked ice rookie card.
Damn.
Clean.
And then lastly, we picked up a Dylan Dingler, what is it? Sand glitter rookie card.
Hell yeah.
Out of those, only one is going to be sent off to grading services, and that's going to be the Jahmyr Gibbs, sir. We go and chase that best back of the NFL after Saquon leaves.
Yeah.
We can talk a little bit more about cards since we were talking about card show, because your boy got some card mail.
Oh, all right.
Oh, man.
So y'all boys want to see what we got?
Yeah.
All right, let's rip in this shit. Let's see if we got some handwritten notes. Let's see how people do this shit. So envelope, Cody, paper. This is how easy this shit is. This is how this card came. That's what I say. Not too difficult. All right, we got a orange Jameson Williams on the 2025 Donruss Optic out of 299. Ooh.
Okay.
JMO. That was one. Two. This one. God damn it. Why did these motherfuckers tape it like this? This is the one I was hunting for right here, dog. Big dog. Oh. To 24 on the gold sparkle.
Damn, that's cool.
Not one has been graded, so that will be one being sent to probably PSA. And I don't know what this one is. I can't remember when I seen that got delivered. Tell me this is... Oh, no. That ain't my other demo one. But we did pick up a Cooper Kupp RPA. Not RPA, but relic. National Treasures, Sunday Treasures with patch.
Hell yeah. I like the patch cards.
So we're back into the card game. Funko is kind of dying for me. Not all the way, but I'm just going back to what I know I'm good at. Okay, let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? Like, cards have always been my forte. I know my sports. and we kind of shifted gears a little bit. So we're back to the card market, and I ain't gonna spill too many beans, but we're getting into fucking comics.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keith. I don't know. I'm blaming him right now at this point, but I really enjoy it. We did pick up some good comics this week, so we made our money back real quick. Off of one for $4. So,
Hell yeah.
wait, yippee-ki-yay. All right. What we got next? Sorry, I had to go off on a spiel.
I did download some new, I guess, horror news. But they're video games, so I'm gonna let Cody share that. Not too much information on them, just cool trailers. Whatever one you want to start with, Jordan.
I got a Hellraiser game trailer.
Yep.
Okay. Ding ding. Make this bigger. Yes, I can. All right, y'all can see that.
My first reaction when I was told there was going to be this Hellraiser video game, to be absolutely honest, was at last. What kept you?
People who are sensitive to mature content should be definitely wary of playing our game.
For the faint of heart, fans are going to be scared, and they are going to have a great time being scared.
And I think this is dropping like shortly after the new Resident Evil drops. And then the next one,
have to see more of that. But
the next one we got is John. I don't know if you guys are familiar with John Carpenter, made Halloween. He's behind a new game, Toxic Commander.
What is that?
It looks like a zombie game. I think it drops in March.
They can't hurt us if they can't catch us.
Damn.
Just straight zombies.
All right. Holy shit.
Okay.
Fuck that.
That's something I can get into, bro.
March 12th.
What is
All
that
right, bro.
releasing? What? PS5?
March 12th. And on PS5, Xbox, PC digital.
Hopefully it's crossplay. We gotta get that, bro.
It
Dude,
looks cool as hell. So
you know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
That kind of reminds me of Helldivers. Not even gonna lie.
Like
Helldivers meets zombies. Like that's it.
On
Instead
Earth,
of three different worlds, it's just Helldivers meets zombies.
Yeah, it looks cool as hell.
But very similar to a Helldivers for sure. Interesting. All right. I like it.
Yeah.
I definitely like that one. I'm in on that one. Sorry, Clint.
Yeah, for sure. And
Buy
then they
PS5.
dropped a new Lego Batman trailer.
Thanks. Lego Batman, boy.
Damn, dude. I'm gonna have. All right, I'm gonna be broke. We's gonna be broke. That one's sweet. Getting off top.
Join us in a celebration of absolute chaos. Let's get to work.
Bro, I cannot wait.
Damn, and that was released by James Gunn. That's
wait.
wicked. Wicked. I can't believe James Gunn released that.
That's pretty sweet.
Because I do know and I'll get into it a little bit later. But I have some stuff with James Gunn in it, so that's
Okay.
crazy that he posted that. So, all right. Cody, it sounds like it's moving off to you, sir.
All right. Let me see here.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the fuck does your flag say in the background, Clint?
Text this dick.
I've never realized it, and all I seen was Clint on the big main picture, and it said dick, and I was like, wait a minute. What?
Little hidden gem in the back.
Bloopers.
Yep.
All right, Cody, go ahead.
So, something that I just heard about. One of the biggest surprises this week was the announcement of a AAA John Wick game.
I did hear
Okay.
about this one.
So, this is my first time hearing about it anyways. I haven't seen no trailers, haven't seen any other news about it. I've just heard about it through the grapevine. That's it.
Let me see if I can find a trailer.
Apparently, it's a full-scale cinematic action game based on the hit movie franchise, starring, don't know how to say his name, Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
It's starring Keanu?
It's
'Cause
based
didn't
off of the
Oh.
hit movie
Wasn't he in
franchise
Cyberpunk
with
too?
him. Yeah, Cyberpunk was kind of a...
there was like a character that looked like to a T like him in
Yeah, I'm
Cyberpunk.
pretty sure it was him.
Okay, so I think I found a trailer. It was released by IGN, so I would imagine it's got to be legit, right? It's IGN. Mix of gameplay and cinematics. Some camera angles adjusted for trailer use only.
A man with your skill set must be able to move unconstrained, unrestricted. He must be versatile.
Damn, they got it pretty close to Keanu Reeves, too.
He must be grounded, stable, constant.
Oh my god.
I believe you are ready, sir.
Yeah.
Damn.
I wonder.
Damn.
Yep.
That's cool as hell.
Damn. That was sweet.
Yeah, I
That-
want to see how the base moves are gonna be, like for just punching, or is it all just like special moves? You know, or can you actually fight with these bad guys?
I'm curious to see if it's like a if it's gonna be like a movement of like a Marvel creation type deal, or is it gonna be more so like a Hitman? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I
I
did
could
see
it
something.
be more Hitman.
Yeah, I did see something that Hitman's coming back too.
Okay.
I don't know if that was on your list, but I did see that one was coming.
And another topic is the Overwatch player surge. Overwatch is kind of making a comeback. Marvel Rivals, Battlefield, and Call of Duty are actually a little bit behind Overwatch. I don't know.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. Overwatch
Damn.
is making a pretty massive comeback right now.
Dude, we were just talking about switching to playing that, or trying to.
Yep. It just seems like it's becoming better. It's not so much
Yeah.
competitive like you're seeing in these games now with Marvel Rivals and Battlefield and Call of Duty. The competitiveness of these games just make it hard to play them. But Overwatch has been pretty good.
I wonder if it's because so many people have left Overwatch and are on those other games because they want more of that competitive aspect, whereas, you know, the casual player is being locked in on, I don't care. All right, so even if you're a competitive gamer, you're getting into a quick match lobby. You know what I mean? In any of those games. So regardless, your skill set is still way higher than your average player. So, and that's your warm up. So you're out here just shitting on people.
Yep.
And it's deteriorating the game. You know what I mean? It's deteriorating the mindset, all of it. Call of Duty has its own actions based on what the hell they do with their games in general anyway. But I mean, Battlefield, one of those is, you know, they're hopping into quick matches. They're not really playing in that competitive mode, which they should be right off the rip because, oh, I don't want to hurt my KD. You know what I mean? Like, no. Go if you're a competitive player, you should only be able to play in competitive lobbies.
Yeah.
True.
That's the way I look at it. Unless you're playing like quick play lobby only your friends, different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
we got a solid group that play on Fridays for a while before the podcast. So I have a lot of
right.
fun doing it.
But it's like that, you know, like you're not like if you had some competitive guys in that lobby, okay, well, you know what you're getting your shit into. You know,
For sure.
you're you know you're going to be playing, you know, probably some pretty fucking top-notch people like that have played the
Right.
game very well and have grinded it out for such a long time that yeah, no matter what that like you do, you're gonna get shit on because and
Yeah.
it's mindset, right? Like you already know what's gonna happen. Like whereas you go into a quick match in any of those games, you don't know what's gonna happen,
True.
and then you get shit on, and you're like, well, what the hell, you know? I think if you play any type of like if you're playing competitively regardless, like systematically, it should know, like, no, you can't get in this lobby unless your KD is under a certain number.
Yeah.
You know what I
Even
mean?
then, though, I mean, I'm pretty certain they've used that type of process before, and it, at least from what I've heard, it wouldn't work for the sole fact is if you're trying to level up, you're going to purposefully go into these lobbies and let yourself die multiple times so your KD gets all fucked up. And you do that for a couple matches, next thing you know, you're in these bot lobbies facing people with the same KD, but you know, you're still good.
I think it needs a lot more like record tracking. Like, okay, well, did you move?
Right.
Did you shoot? Were you making an attempt to ADS? Like all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, dude, the technology out here these days should be able to tell you that. I mean, AI can tell me anything and everything I want. I can have a full fucking blown conversation with it for an hour if I really want to. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like it will do whatever you want, and sooner or later, who knows what the fuck's gonna come down the line? But like the technology we have these days, it should be able to track all of that, track all of your bullshit, and not be an issue. And then I think that would solve your problems when it comes to the competitiveness in the game. Now, if you get really good at the fucking game, yeah, it's going to suck when you get stuck in a competitive lobby. But, hey, you made it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think at that point, okay, now, if you're not sponsored or, you've been looking for sponsors, I think that's when sponsors start getting notified, oh, hey, this person's good at this game. Like, there's easily a username, blah, 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 on Marvel Rivals, hit this level. Boom. Hey, it automatically fed right to some sponsor of the game or some supporter of the game that, now you should be able to get some type of kickback for making it that far. But if you're just, Joe Blow and just plays the game to with friends on an occasional Friday or one night a week, whatever it might be, just because you want to hang out with the boys, that, you shouldn't get stuck with that and just be getting shit on the whole time.
Right.
My take. But I just think the technology's there that it could be done. I just don't know if developers are thinking that far or want to think that far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly.
So we'll see. What else you got?
I mean, we could just talk about the basic gaming talk here and the rise of cross-platform gaming and our console wars ending. Like
Sooner or later, I think.
I'm kind of at the point. I was heavy into PlayStation for years on end. I thought, Xbox was trash, complete garbage. But over the years, I've grown to kind of like their benefits, man. Their benefits are pretty solid, and PlayStation can't compete with those type of benefits.
And I don't think they've ever been able to compete with it. And it sucks being a PlayStation owner, right?
Yes.
Like, yeah, we get the monthly drop, but whatever Microsoft did with these development companies and these gaming companies to get Call of Duty 7 dropped, game day drop on the storefront free for Xbox members. Fucking
Right.
nuts.
Yeah.
They pay a monthly subscription fee of what? I think it's like $12.99 a month, maybe $15.99 a month. And they get any game they want pretty much at time of release is insane to me. But whatever deal they sign is working for them. It 100% has, derived me into the option of the next console, which the Xbox is not going to be console driven. It's actually stated PC. So there is no more subscription based anymore. So you don't have to have Xbox Live because it will be a live networked system like a PC.
Really?
Yeah. That was the latest news that I seen. Actually, let me see if I can find it real quick. But
So you get games for free.
it is, and I don't know how the gaming setup's gonna work, but I do know that the Xbox membership is gone. Like you don't have to pay that
Xbox
monthly fee.
Live.
Right. It's not even
Okay.
Xbox Live anymore, but yeah, you get what I'm saying when I mean by that, right? So it says Microsoft's next Xbox will run full Windows and remove the multiplayer paywall. So you don't have to pay to play online no more.
Okay.
You might have to pay to still have Game Pass,
Yeah.
but that gives you that exclusive content of getting those new releases at time of release and not pay for the game up front. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not dropping 80 bomb just to buy a game. Or, GTA 6, right? Prime example. What's the chances of that being dropped on Xbox and it being free on Game Pass? Probably 100%. Which would be nuts because, if you're a PlayStation user, you got to go out and drop $100 on this fucking game.
Right.
So what benefits here? And now that they're kind of stating that, 2027, I think, is more so the launch year now for new console. Not so much 2026 anymore.
That's
I think
from
the
what
only
I've
one
heard,
that we
yeah,
have
that's what I've
dropping,
seen.
I think the only one dropping this year is going to be the Steam machine,
Yeah.
from what I can see. But it says, like, the actual main, like, written story on this is the Xbox Magnus is what they're calling it. That's their project name. Is reputed to feature a full-bore Windows operating software with a console-first UX, meaning it becomes a PC without the maintenance overhead, a console without a walled garden, a Steam Deck-style target with predictable hardware, a unified front end that aggregates lobbies from Steam, Epic, GOG, and Xbox, and etc. It's no longer just a console, it's a curated hybrid that does change the calculus for anyone considering to buy a PC. Even if you opt for a desktop setup, you're still inside Microsoft's orbit regardless. So you buy Xbox, you're in Microsoft's orbit. You buy PC, you're in Microsoft's orbit, right? Regardless, you're in their realm.
Right.
Magnus will simplify and be more convenient and predictable endpoint in the same ecosystem. So that's the latest that I've seen. And that was, I think, last week is when I seen that. So
Okay.
that'll be some interesting stuff. But then all that comes with a price, right? So what's the price point going to be? Are they going to be able to compete on, is it going to be cheaper than a gaming PC? Is it going to be,
Right.
how much more expensive is it going to be than the Xbox One? What are we on? X, I think? Yeah. Like, and that right there in itself is what, $600,
600.
give or take? Right. And that console right now is a couple years old,
Yeah.
So, kind of like a PS5 situation. So we'll see. I don't know. Because I know that's been the big talk on, like, the Steam machine too, is, well, what's the price point going to be? You're building a PC, really, but in console format.
Right.
And also, with these new consoles coming out, you think it's going to be a replay of the PS5s in stock, like no stock anywhere, people are reselling? Because that's what was my worry with these Stream Decks, because, could they be the next console? And if so, are they going to sell out and be out of stock quick?
Yeah,
Imagine when they first drop.
And where are they being made is the next question too, because if they're being imported, okay, well, now you have the tariff on top of it, right?
Yeah.
So what is that cost going to be driven to the consumer at the end?
Right.
That's another price point feature of, okay, yeah, well, we made it for, $200. We could technically sell it for $500 to $600, but because the tariffs are, 30-40%, well, now we got to bump it up to 7-8. You know what I mean? That's where it's going to be a tricky one, I think. I don't know if that derives Microsoft to build it in the States. I don't know. That'll be the interesting topic, I think, of where we go.
Yeah.
Especially console wars. But I do think they're coming to an end. I really do. I think we're always still going to have a PlayStation. We're always still going to have an Xbox. But regardless, right. The real question is Xbox going to be able to get, here's the kicker, right? Wolverine, PlayStation exclusive. Are they going to be able to get their hands on that title, right? They did with Spider-Man, but it took how long to get it? You know what I mean?
Right.
It took some years to finally get that over to, the Xbox and Steam. I know it was on Steam before it was on Xbox, but that's the real question
if they work
here.
together, crazy shit could happen.
Yeah,
They all just work together.
if they all got their heads out of their asses and stopped being so damn money hungry, I think consumers would be so much fucking happier with the products.
Yeah, then every game would be crossplay, bro. Never have to worry about, oh, is this game crossplay ever again, bro?
That
Never gonna be a question.
and then I think it would just come down to, hey, well, what kind of controller feel do you like? That dictates what console you buy. You know, if you like the
Different size,
D-pad
different shapes.
down at the bottom, and you like your thumbs being offset, hey, great, whatever, buy an Xbox. But if you like your thumbs being centered on the fucking controller and your D-pad up top, well then, hey, buy PlayStation. But I did see PlayStation is talking about going to a buttonless controller. I don't know if you've seen any news on that.
That is fucking.
That'll
That's
be
weird.
Yeah, that's like, it's supposed to be more of like a touch screen. So you know your buttons, but they'd all be touchscreen. So it wouldn't actually be a button no more. So you wouldn't actually be pushing anything.
So no stick drift.
No, you'd still have a stick. So you're gonna have the sticks, but your buttons are gonna be gone.
I hate to say it. Fuck the buttonless shit. Give me sticks so that way I don't have to go buy 5 different controllers every 6 months. Because I've probably spent more money in controllers than I have on a PS5. I've spent ridiculous amounts of money. The controllers, they're going for like $80 a piece.
Yep. And then if you go buy, you know, a semi-professional controller with anti-stick drift that still gets stick drift,
Yeah.
you're dropping what, $100-$200 on it, and then you break it because of stick drift.
Yeah, let me get them touchscreen sticks, bro. That's what I need.
That would be sick.
Solve the stick drift issue, bro.
It would be nuts. We'll see. I don't know what they got planned. I would imagine if they're going down that realm of like no buttons, I'm sure at some point sticks are going to be another thing that disappear.
At this point, might as well just turn our fucking phones into controllers.
Yeah,
Bluetooth
dude,
hook
just
up,
fucking ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
make it easy, dude. Then you ain't even gotta distribute fucking controllers.
Well, I guess, yeah, I mean, you might run into
Subscription to app.
you might run into an issue with that running via Bluetooth, though, because you might get that lag between the Bluetooth connection.
Yeah. Plug in your phone. It charges it and you can play on it.
Well, yeah, there's that too, but that would be the next concern and complaint. I would almost guarantee if we went to a complete wireless phone setup, Bluetooth.
What if segment?
100%, it is a what if, you know? What if we didn't have video games?
Right.
We'd all die.
Yeah.
Us
Probably
nerds would
killing
die.
each other because we couldn't kill each other in game.
Be cussing each other out in real life instead of cussing each other out over a game. We'd be losing friendships in real life because
Say Clint was talking shit earlier to me on Apex.
yeah, how'd that go,
Motherfucker.
Clint?
Yeah, I killed him like once or twice. That was it. In the 2 or 3
Yeah.
hours we played.
Yeah, you didn't get anywhere after talking shit, huh?
No, but it feels good when I get the kill
I started
once in a
trying.
while. Yeah,
It is always nice when you get that kill, for sure, for sure. I
especially
understand.
Cody because he comes in first every fucking time.
Well, he's pretty much semi-pro, bro, on Apex, bro. This man
Yeah.
lived on Apex for fucking years, bro.
Part-time job, went home, Apex all day.
Yeah. Dude lived on
We did
Apex.
get a new
bro.
update on
Streamed
that.
it
It's
for like
pretty
5
sweet.
years.
Is
Yeah,
it?
I like it.
Was it good? Was
You
it
can
good?
break the glass now.
That shit's pretty
I'm
sick.
trying to think what else. New character.
How was? So what was the character that your dad was talking about there, Cody? About the guy being able to shoot grenades at the ground to then propulse you to
Fuse. It's
So,
an older man with a peg leg and shit.
how? Did your dad rock him this weekend or
Yeah,
this week?
he was
oh
using
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty dope, man. For sure. Might have to get some
Yeah, it's
games
a
in
good
after
time.
the podcast.
Boy. All right, what else you got?
I think I might have one more thing.
My shit's gonna be all mumble jumbled, so don't worry. I'm gonna be staring off like into space, trying to catch myself up over here.
Going to say that was it.
That's a
Because I don't
wrap,
know.
folks.
I don't know if you guys know anything about Silent Hill. So
I don't know
A
anything
little
about
bit,
Silent
but not
Hill.
too much.
yeah, that's all I really had.
I mean, we know it's dropping at some point, right?
Yeah, not
We
sure if
don't-
I'm gonna be a big fan of that one.
All right. Well, I'll kick it off. Anything and all things non-horror, non-video. I might have a little bit of video game in here, but anyways, we're gonna kick it back to the old Thrilljoy. So obviously, we talked at the beginning of the episode about these Thrilljoys. Big thing that came out was the ultra limited drop of the Megapix Batman. It is currently the it in the market. Especially for your high-end toy collectors. I don't know what they're reselling for, but it was initially retailed at $125. I haven't looked at secondary marketplaces yet for this, but I'm definitely going to follow up with that one for next week's episode. Just because I have a feeling that this is going to be a hot selling item, kind of like the Funko 18-inch Batman.
Okay.
Because it was the 66 series, just like Funko had.
Yep.
So I'm curious if there was a mindset behind that, as I don't know when that Funko was released, but because we've talked previously, former Funko CEO, I wonder if he had a play in this Megapix Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
Some other ones that were hot on the outstanding side is Pix Max, which is from Where the Wild Things Are, is currently one of the most active drops in the 1 of 6 probability. And then there is also a potential Megapix Batman restock Wave 2, potentially estimated for May of 2026. So if you didn't get your hands on January 30th to get the Megapix Batman, they might be back at it with a second wave.
Nice.
They also have, and Clint, you might like this, but the Jason Voorhees, they're doing a pre-order on that with an estimated arrival of April 2026. Don't know what it looks like. I didn't do too much research into it. I just kind of got some type of just background this week on Thrilljoy because I knew it was going to be a topic. But so there's some new ones potentially coming down the line, right?
Yep.
Funko related, they're kind of centering themselves around the Mandalorian and Grogu movie hype with their mystery line. So I don't know what that all entails, but they have a massive wave of pops going up for pre-sale tomorrow, Valentine's Day. Some key figures with that is a Zeb with Razor Crest Deluxe, so a little bit bigger version Funko. They have a Grogu with armor plate, and then an Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper. Interpops obviously still $14.99. That deluxe will be $29.99. So just a little. They're honing in on the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Which, when did that drop? Or when is that dropping? Does anybody know?
I'm not sure.
Okay. And let me look that up real quick, just because I'm kind of curious on no. We got a 2026 film. So that is estimated to be in theaters May 22nd, 2026. Okay, so that makes sense why it's pretty hyped up for up and coming May. As mentioned, the drop calendar, they had a Rodin from the Godzilla line this week, which was a 5,000 piece limited edition. 7,500 piece limited edition. February 18th, Box Lunch is doing an exclusive limited edition of 7,500 pieces. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to get a post up on the Instagram to see.
So lunchbox.
Box Lunch.
Box lunch?
Yeah, Box Lunch is a it's like a gifts like thing. But like for toys and shit.
Okay.
Let me see if I can pull it up. You know what I mean? It's just another. It's kind of like your Entertainment Earth, your Barnes and Noble. Let me see if they got the new one up here. Damn ads, dude. I'm fucking tell you what. I don't see it. So I will find it and I'll definitely get it listed up on the Instagram page for all the listeners for sure. So stay tuned for that one once I find it, because they don't have it actually listed out for me here. Collector's watch list though is in the vinyl world is the obviously Zeb Factor with Zeb and Razor Chest Funko for the Mandalorian Grogu. There is a Thrilljoy Megapix magnetic hands. So that's something interesting because they're starting to trade. Our collectors are already starting to trade custom 3D printed hands and accessories, creating a new sub-market for the brand of Thrilljoy. So I'm curious to know if Thrilljoy is becoming an out-of-box collectible. You know what I mean?
Huh.
Okay.
And then the Target Con, we got rumors of the glow-in-the-dark Sonic the Hedgehog wave, which is upcoming.
Okay.
So we'll see what that actually looks like. I think that's that duo Sonic that was originally mentioned / released.
Okay.
So we'll see. Okay, so I do have also a little bit more on that Jason Voorhees. So it is technically a Hot Topic exclusive, limited to 7,500 pieces on the Thrilljoy.
Damn.
Just so you're aware. So Clint, if
Okay.
you're potentially trying to chase that, more power to you. That's it for vinyl figures. Then we got, moving on to what we talked about was with the card show. We're going to break it down into cards. So 2026 is being called a reset year for the hobby when it comes to sports cards. The reasoning for this is due to a massive licensing transition. So Panini had licensing rights to the NFL. They didn't have very many rights to really any. Well, they had rights to the NBA, but that was removed just recently. Or it's ending this year actually. So Panini had rights to NBA and NFL licensing. but now Fanatics is taking over, which Fanatics is kind of becoming a monopoly when it comes to sports cards or any type of cards, really, for that matter. Because Fanatics is also in the card world tops. So they're preparing to take over the NBA and NFL licenses from Panini at the end of this year. So what does that do for the market, right? So, I mean, shit. Out of the cards I just showed tonight, every single one of them, besides the Dylan Dingler, is a Panini card. So now what is, like, you know, I've talked to my fellow sports cards collectors. What does that do for the market of Panini? Does it raise the price of Panini cards at the end of the day after this year? Or does it weaken the value? You know, I don't really know. That's where it's going to be. We're going to have to see within the next couple years where the value of these cards. Because what's prime example, what is let's just say a Jahmyr Gibbs Gem Mint 10 autographed rookie card Panini going to go for when you can't ever get that card ever again in existence? Is it going to deteriorate? Is it going to skyrocket? You know?
You'd hope it skyrockets.
You would think, right? I mean, just because now it's becoming a rarity.
I know me and Clint were talking about the tobacco baseball cards, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, the tobacco packs, yeah.
Are those going for a lot of money?
They are.
So, I mean, they're no longer made.
Some cards. But yeah, I mean, those were made, what, fucking 40s?
Yeah, a long time ago.
I mean, I don't even know what the Honus Wagner is, like what year that is. But yeah, I mean, it took how long to get there is the question, right? How long will it take for these Panini cards to go?
Yeah.
You know, or is it going to be instant? No. I don't know.
Maybe
Guess we'll see.
Panini makes a lot of different versions and variations of, you know, these cards. Like, I mean, between what I got here, Panini makes National Treasure, which is a more top-tiered box. Like, if you're to buy a National Treasure box, you're looking at every bit of over $1,000 for a box, and you get like 10 cards.
Right.
Donruss Optic is a Panini version card. And then you got Panini Prism. And then you got Panini Mosaic. You know. Then you also have a Panini Absolute. You got what else is out there? Absolute. That's the Kabooms. You know, what is Kabooms and Downtowns going to be? Like, those are your one of one. I mean, not really one of one, but they're very, very rare case hits. Super short print. What is that going to do to those values? Because immediately you pull a Kaboom or a Downtown, you instantly have a $500 card in your hand raw. I mean, that's like, Cody, you pulling, you know, the fucking Charizard. You instantly have a $300 card in your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, you're up, right? So, like, now what does it do to that type of rarity of a card? You know? I don't know. I mean, if you guys want to chime in on what you guys might think, but yeah.
I mean, I think it'll go up, but like I said, you never know.
Right. I guess we'll see. And especially this year. So I got some drops for February on the card market with big releases. We got 2026 Top Series 1 Baseball, which just dropped Tuesday. No, Wednesday. So this year it celebrates the 75 years of Topps. and it's currently a must-have for baseball fans right now. Some chases that you're potentially looking for is the super short print 1952 design variant, which is extremely rare, and the 75th anniversary of Topps. If you pull a super short print 1952 design variant, they're offering a buyback on that card.
Damn.
So it's a hot card, but super short print. Like, I mean, it's going to be very hard, but you know, you got to have a hobby box, I'm sure, to pull one of these cards. So we'll see. I don't know what the cost of a hobby box is, but I'm sure it's up there, right? I mean, most hobby boxes in anything Topps related is a hefty price tag.
Yeah.
Some new football from Panini, hence, you know, your kind of your last year, but your Panini Select is dropping February 19th. This is its final licensed NFL release before Fanatics takes over in April. So actually Fanatics takes over April 1. So this will be their last football release for the company, which is crazy, dude. Panini's been a pretty, yeah, I mean, Panini's been a hell of a card, you know, like some of the cards you pull out, like the Downtown, the Kabooms, like, dude, these cards are sick, but like,
for sure,
it's all gonna just go away just like that. Poof, gone. Doesn't mean that they're going to stop making cards. So Panini makes baseball cards too, but it doesn't have like actual like logo of team on it because they can't use it, you know, because it's a licensing issue.
Right.
So it's all just like no logoed, you know, just off the rip. It just doesn't look right, right? As a collector, you're like, oh well, I want my team's uniform on it or whatever. I want the team's logo on it because I want to see him dressed in his team colors, right?
Yeah.
And that's just gonna go away. Like, I don't have an example on me, but I do have some from like Panini baseball that it just is very weird not to see a team's logo on a player.
Right.
So we'll see. But the main chases out of that box are going to be the zebra and the tie-dye prisms, which still remain the high-end football, you know, cards for collectors. So we'll see. I don't know who they got. I would imagine it's like a Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo. Fuck. Some of your top rated rookies, right? 2025, 2026 Topps Chrome basketball. Fanatics has actually already begun releasing these products. So they took this right over before they took the right of the NFL license from Panini. So this will be the first officially licensed rookie card of Cooper Flagg, which Cooper Flagg's cards right now are just absolutely through the roof. So Topps Chrome rookie auto is, if you're to pull this, it's a 101 superfractor in this case. It's currently being estimated to be valued in the high six-figure range for Cooper Flagg.
Damn.
So we'll see. We'll see who pulls this card, right? Like, that's crazy. Another one on top of that for the MLB Top Series 1, the rookie number 1 prospect is the flagship rookie number 119, is the highest volume flip of this month so far.
Damn.
And then in the WNBA version, out of Panini Flawless, it is the Caitlin Clark logo woman. So with the fucking patch and everything like that, you know.
Yeah.
So she's currently, her 1 of 1 is setting to break records of over a 6-figure sale for
Damn.
WNBA, which WNBA is, WNBA. No one really watches it. No one really follows it. And due to Caitlin Clark, this will be the very first 6-figure sale on a card.
That's insane.
So we'll see. Some other to hunts on the on the card side for sports is obviously our MLB debut patches, which are 1 of 1 cards. Where I don't know if you guys watched any baseball or anything like that, but on a debut of a player on their sleeve, they wear a debuted patch. And after that debut game, they cut the patch off and they throw it in a card and boom. All right, here we go. So they are 1 of 1s and they are selling for thousands of dollars. So we'll see which ones are getting that. I don't know who's all getting debut cards this year. It's so hard to follow. So many damn teams, so many rookies. Baseball's just, there, right? It's huge.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I can't get into it, bro.
And too many
much for
games,
me.
dude. Too many games for me.
Yeah.
Too much.
I mean, you're watching a game every fucking night, right? Anyways,
Pretty much.
it's just stupid. It's a very long season. I understand why these guys get hurt because they don't get a break like football, right? You play Sundays. You play one game a week. You practice all week. All these guys do is play fucking games all week. Like, they don't have practices. They just play games. Like, nonstop. Anyways, on to Panini's Last Dance cards. Being that they're losing their license, collectors are hoarding, and I mean hoarding, 2025 Panini Prism and Selects as the final license variances of the iconic brand of Panini. So what is this going to do, right? Are we going to see cards that, like Pokemon, we're going to have the first edition to where, people are holding on to these that, could be the card inside.
Right.
So now these packs are going to be extremely expensive. So I'm curious to see what those will look like.
Right.
What are we going to see in the next few years with these packs? With the upcoming release schedule on sports cards, we got today actually Topps Chrome Sapphire Formula 1. So I don't know if anyone's into some racing, but Formula 1 has some cards coming out. February 18th, we have Top Stadium Club Baseball, which I've never seen those, so I'm interested in to see what those design aspects look like. February 20th, we got Topps Chrome Major League Soccer. And then March 2026, obviously the final Panini NFL National Treasures drop is expected to be the most expensive box of the year. How much? Don't know. We're going to have to stay tuned for that one because, yes, last National Treasures. And when I talk National Treasures, dude, these are big, big cards. Like I said, you're dropping $1,000 a box and you're getting 10 cards, right?
Yeah.
So what's it going to be now? It's the last, who's going to hold? So here's my thing, breakers, right? Are you holding on to these boxes and are you breaking them or are you just straight up selling them at this point? As a collector now, do you even want to touch that last box?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how it all flows. So speaking of that Cooper Flag, his base rookie on the Topps Chrome basketball is estimated to be selling anywhere from $25 to $40. And this is base. This is strictly base. Like you could find one of these in damn near every pack. a PSA 10 graded copy of this is estimating to be around $225 a card.
Damn.
Anything refractor based, they're trading in the range from $190 to $400. Raw. And then
That's
autograph,
insane.
so the base autograph rookie has recently sold for $1,275, which is rarer than any parallel, like the orange, or no, not like, but if you were to hit a parallel auto, like an orange refractor to 25, you're reaching prices of $19,500.
Dang.
Bank, bro. Cashing out.
And then, like I mentioned, that one of one superfractor auto, it just recently had a private sale to be estimated at $180,000.
God damn, dude. I will say though, with the football aspect, I'm definitely gonna hold on to my cards now, or at least some of these ones I got that are made by
Panini? Yeah.
and see where they go.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's kind of one of those hard to see where it kind of goes. So, good thing I mentioned it, huh? On that number one prospect in baseball, Topps 2026 Series 1, the base flagship of Roman Anthony. His current listings for his base is around $10-20 on a raw card. The team color border variant, which is in early chase currently, is reaching $395. The sand glitter, like the Dylan Dingler, is currently trading for about $50.
Damn.
The autographs of the real one, the current high, okay, so no. The current one of the green parallel out of 99 climbed to $410, while the gold foil out of 50 cards had reached $1,111. And in the 1952 style die cut autograph of Roman Anthony, which is a rare 75th anniversary hit, has an early buy it now of $600 raw. So we'll see.
Jesus.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, sports cards are crazy, bro.
I might have to double check my sports card tonight. Go on fucking eBay, just in case, dude. Because in reality, I haven't looked them all through, so I really don't know what I got.
We'll see. I mean, it's getting wild, dude. Getting wild. Did we just lose Clint?
Yeah.
Of course we did. This man can't figure his shit out. Well, I kind of want him back, so where the fuck is he? Because this one's about to get crazy. Clint, where you at? All right, Clint, can you talk?
Yeah.
All right, we can at least hear you. I'm going to fucking remove you off the fucking screen.
All right.
Again, here comes the alien Clint. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, all right. Yeah, we're just going to leave you there, even though you look like a fucking alien. Anyways. All right. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We are back. Clint looks like a fucking alien. If y'all can't understand what technical difficulties we had, we lost Clint, and he still somehow can't come back, and he looks like fucking Slender Man. Sorry for all y'all who can't see this. If y'all want to see this, head over to the YouTube channel because this shit looks funny. Anyways, the current update on the TCG auction at Golden. Ready for this one?
I'm ready.
All right. currently, as of this week, the bidding has surpassed $6.3 million on the Illustrator, but that includes the buyer premium. So obviously, Golden has a setup to where you win the auction, you have a premium that you have to pay, and so on and so forth. So with all in all, I don't know what it's currently sitting at, but right now, totally, it's sitting at 6.3 mil, which is absolutely crazy.
Damn.
6.3, bro.
The auction ends Sunday, boys. The auction ends Sunday.
Woo.
So we'll see what happens. Obviously, still being delivered, hand delivered by Logan Paul. And there's been rumors that there is a live event happening with Ken and Logan hosting a Pokemon box break on Logan's YouTube channel at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, February 15th, before the auction closes.
Damn.
Wow.
So there's some crazy stuff happening with that TCG auction. Not only, Golden, but around, this is still Golden based, but some other major lots within that include Clint. You would know this from watching the show, but the Pokemon World Championship promos, the complete set of the 2014 1 through 4 trainer cards, CGC verified, is currently starting bid of $50,000.
Chief.
We can't take you serious, bro.
It'll be better next week.
You gotta fix this shit. Cody can't even focus, bro.
Sorry, good thing it's towards the end, I guess.
Maybe. We'll see. I ain't completely done. Anyways, the Shadowless Disco Hollow test print Charizard, a CGC graded 8 rarity, has a starting price of $25,000. The first edition base set Charizard, CGC graded Gem Mint 10, is currently starting at $10K.
Damn.
And then on top of that, Modern Marvels, which is from 2025 Marvels Chrome, the Superfractor Iron Man, 1 of 1, ends February 25th. So stay tuned for that auction. Some other things to watch. You have the Winter Vintage Elite auctions on Golden, which is mostly sports, but also includes some high-end vintage TCG. So if you're looking for some vintage TCG items, check over on Golden's auction site there. And then that Pop Culture Elite auctions ends February 25th, which features comics, video games, and modern TCG. So that is the world of where we're at with the Golden auctions there.
Okay.
When it comes to my new hobby at best, and that comes down to comics, the highest sales of the week, boys. So another Superman 1, CGC'd at 8.5, sold for $7 million.
Damn.
It originally sold for $5.3 million in 2022, making a nearly $2 million increase in value in just 4 years.
That's crazy.
And then
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
And then Cody, this one would probably be a hit in your collection. Batman #1. CGC graded 9.4, sold for a total of $6 million. It's the highest graded known copy in existence, setting a new record in the Caped Crusader.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
I wish.
Some modern sleeper hits as of this week. The Dorok Ashcan #1. It's a vintage book. which sold for millions. It's a small ash can preview comic from a few months. So it jumped from $275, and its growth was a total of 2,643% in growth. So it jumped ridiculously.
Damn.
Some watch list items dropping. I believe this is how it's worded. We got the Bleeding Hearts #1 second printing. The first print sold out instantly on Wednesday. Pre-orders are launching this weekend. Don't know what Bleeding Hearts is. So
I got no clue.
if you're into that, whatever, hop on in, check out the pre-order, or check your local comic store and get with them and see how you can purchase that pre-order. The Superman and Spider-Man #1 50th anniversary. DC just revealed the second wave of variants. We got a Jorge Jimenez and Adam Hughes for the upcoming March release. So I'm going to be on the lookout. They're stating that this will likely be the cover of the month for March. So we're going to keep tabs on that one because I want to see what that looks like. That'd be a great variant to have in the collection over here. Moving on to the latest of what we've been kind of semi-collecting, looking into if we can ever get our fucking hands on it, is One Piece. The new schedule is, this is the actual TV show, so the actual anime version. So it is obviously still growing. It's 3-month hiatus following the Egghead arc, but it is highly anticipated and to begin broadcasting on April 5th of this year. The new schedule is to be estimated 26 episodes a year, split into 2 parts. And this was to improve the pace and bring the animation quality closer to the level of future films. And they are coming out with a new spin-off. So One Piece Heroines, focusing on the women of the series, is confirmed to premiere on July 5th of this year.
Okay.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Dude, they
Not
have
in a bad way, but
they
like,
have
why
whole
are we-
boxes set up for that. Like they have a whole box, which I think I'll get down into a little bit later here. Netflix also has a live action season 2, which is expected to be imminent. The release date of all 8 episodes of season 2 is expected to drop on March 10th of 2026, so of this year. Some major events happening around that is on February 26th, a red carpet fan premiere in LA featuring the cast of the show. And then on February 23rd, a pirate boot camp event in Mexico City.
Dang.
Now, what does this entail for a potential season 3? We're going to do a little spoiler. Production has already begun in South Africa. So season 3's coming.
Damn.
On the note of the actual cards, it was a hit-heavy month for card collectors in One Piece. Several high-value drops are happening all over the place. So, Extra Booster One Piece Heroines Edition edition EB03 releases February 20th. Like said, focused on the women of One Piece. The Azure Seas 7, which is EB04, just released last month and is focusing on the warlords. That is the current competitive meta. Are you still laughing at Clint, bro? You just can't, can you? Gonzaga college cards. So They are doing a giveaway of limited edition One Piece / Gonzaga basketball cards, which happened this past week on February 10th, and they're already hitting eBay for a whopping $100 to $200 raw currently. Look at this Slender Man. I can't even fucking fathom. Cody's over here dying, guys.
Sorry.
On that note, great. Some of the highest pieces of One Piece cards for the week was a Monkey D. Luffy OP13 118 card, Magna Rare PSA 10. Anyone want to take a guess on what that card sold for?
15.
Yeah, 15.
15 what?
1,000.
Are you running with 15,000 too, Clint?
Yep.
All right, how about a $24,100?
Damn.
Which is the current record holder for a modern One Piece card in 2026.
That's crazy.
Number 2 on the mark is another Magna Rare, but it was graded by BGS, but it graded a 10 Black Label. Anyone want to take a guess on that? That is a perfect 10. So when you hear BGS Black Label, 100% perfect 10. Like, card had no imperfections.
34,000.
Cody?
$15. Just gonna go the same. 15,000.
You'll be very, very shocked to know that PSA holds a higher value on a lot of graded cards, Clint.
Okay.
BGS 10 Black Label. This one sold for a whopping 16,000.
That's still a lot.
So, PRB 01 God Pack sealed PSA 10. Take a whopping guess on that one.
See that one going for like 50.
17. I don't know.
11.5. So that only comes. So this is a complete sealed pack graded at 10 with extremely rarity for investors. So I'm curious to know what's in that pack. It is a God pack, but what is in that pack? And then a Goldie Roger Magna Rare PSA 10 sold for $5,282. That is it for the One Piece sales for the week. The latest on DC and Marvel shows and films, because I've been seeing a lot about this, right? Especially with Daredevil coming out next month. So they're calling this 2026 year a massive collision course. Marvel's moving more on to its most ambitious crossover phase, but returning some familiar faces, while DC is over here launching James Gunn's new interconnected universe. So they're almost running like a multiverse, like Marvel is, right? So here's the current state. As the group can't keep their shit together, DC is dropping a high... What?
Look, bro, he's just so funny. He's just so funny to me. I can't get off this topic. It makes me laugh.
Especially when you see it, right? All day, all day.
He looks at me with a straight face in the camera, and I just can't contain myself.
Here's what I got for Clint. You ready for this? There we go. Now you can't. Now you can't see it. Anyways,
I put anyway up in front of the camera. If that was better, I don't know.
I don't know what you did, but you broke it.
Dude.
So until next episode, maybe you'll figure your shit out.
No audio problem. It'd probably be simple fix. Probably just a button somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Anyways, DC's launching a Supergirl film. They don't have they do have an expected launch date of June 26, 2026. It's starring Millie Alcock. Don't know who that is. Anybody know Millie?
No.
They are launching an HBO series called Lanterns. So more basically, it's going to be your Green Lanterns. They have Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan. They have Aaron Pierre as John Stewart. We all know what Green Lantern is. If you don't, fucking read up, please. They're launching a Clayface, which is a horror crime drama. And it is what they're calling quote unquote experimental wild card for DC. That is expected to launch on October 23rd of this year. And then expected late this year, a Peacemaker Season 2. So they state while Season 1 really isn't fully a canon to the new DCU, Season 2 will bridge the gap. So we'll see what happens there, right? So DC's got some shit happening, right? I did see a new cast list for The Batman 2. Yes, we still have Robert Pattinson as Batman. So my thoughts on that, I got nothing to fucking say. I think you could cast a better Batman. Sorry, Robert.
Bro, they took the Twilight thing too far.
100%.
Well, because he's a vampire doesn't mean he should be Batman.
He shouldn't be the Dark Knight, no. I would 100% agree with that. Give me fucking Christian Bale back, please. Mic drop. That's where I'm ending that. So I have some updates on that. Well, I'll just release that next week because I don't even want to talk about the Dark Knight right now. Anyway, so moving on down to the Marvel. Obviously, we know the return of RDJ this year in his brand new role of Doctor Doom. So we'll see how that goes. We have Daredevil, like said earlier, launching March of this year. Wow, holy shit. All right, so this is a hell of a season. If you've watched Daredevil season 1, this is a whopping 18 episodes in season 2. That's a lot to fucking watch, especially wow. That's crazy. Spider-Man Brand New Day, baby. I just seen the deal. Tom Holland just signed, I think, 2 or 3 more single movies with Marvel. Okay. So we'll see how that works. I know he had some collab deals obviously going through with like Avengers and whatnot, but like he's got a couple more solo films coming. So I don't know what that means. We're going to find out. But apparently Tom Holland returns for a reset story. Mark Ruffalo will be in it. John Bernthal, the Punisher, is confirmed to guest star in Brand New Day. So this is going to be a different version, I think, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have obviously the biggest movie that's going to be coming out of Marvel this year, probably, in my opinion, just because they do it and they do it big and it's always at the fucking end of the goddamn year, right? December 18th, they're calling it the biggest movie of the decade. Russo brothers are back again with a RDJ, obviously, as Doctor Doom. So we all know what this is currently going to hold. It's going to be a hell of a story. It's going to be a hell of a plot twist. It's probably one of the most anticipated movies that I've been waiting for a while, for being a Marvel fan. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen much of like the in-betweens right now, from like, Marvel Endgame to Marvel's Doomsday.
I would watch Eternals if you haven't watched it.
I have watched Eternals. Yes, I have watched that. But like, I mean, I've obviously watched Fantastic Four. I've watched some of the TV series, but like, dude, there really hasn't really been much. I watched the new Cap, but like, it's just not there for me, right? It just doesn't have that same feel as the Infinity Saga.
Right.
So I'm very curious to see how they do this, because if they're calling this Doomsday, right? Is there going to be more of Doctor Doom, or is this the only one that we're going to have?
Guess we'll see.
Last I knew, that RDJ only had one more movie on his contract, and this would end RDJ. So I'm very curious to see if Doctor Doom is going to be dead at the end of this film. We'll see. They're also releasing a Punisher standalone, slated for mid-2026 to tie in his story with the new Spider-Man film. So stay tuned for that. That one's gonna be sweet. I really do like the Punisher, and I do remember watching John in the original Punisher. I really can't wait to see what they do with him. I kind of hope they keep it a little wild and a little open, and not make it so like PG-13. You don't just have the name The Punisher for no reason, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, make this like a Wolverine rated R Deadpool movie, because the shit Punisher does is off the chain. Is very just radical. And then yeah. And then the last couple things I got coming out of DC with the last breaking news for 2026 of February. There was a trailer of, I don't know if y'all seen this, but I seen it on X, I believe. I did see it on Instagram, actually, now that I think about it as well. But a Spider-Noir? And you want to know who's playing the lead actor on that? Nicolas Cage. That's due to land on Prime Video this spring. So it'll be right there before the MCU Spider-Man movie. And then lastly, Marvel Animations. X-Men 97 Season 2 is locked for summer of 2026 release. So picking up immediately after the E is for Extinction finale of Season 1. We'll see. We got a lot of shit coming. A lot of good stuff coming. Maybe potentially, who knows what we got coming down the pipeline. Boys, you got anything? All right, so we're gonna kind of lead this one off, just because we kind of don't know where next week's gonna go yet. So stay tuned with us as we try and figure it out. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. These are your boys over at Off the Shelf Podcast. We'll catch you on the next episode. See y'all.